So tonight I'm gonna do something different. What I mean by that is that I'm gonna go a little bit of reminiscence, the side of things, and may sing a little song for you guys that my dad used to listen to when I was a kid. And I like to apologize to my dad because he can see this later. But yeah, interviews are giving me a little bit of my shoelaces and I can't tie them up right now. So nervous is getting a little bit too much. So let's start with the song. There'll not be background music, so the only thing that you're going to hear is squeaking on the background, and maybe some frogs if you're lucky. Okay, so the name of the song is Moon and Flower. I'm translating this part, but the song is going to be in Portuguese, unfortunately. I did not have enough time to translate it, and I do apologize for that. But for PR purposes, yeah, the interview wanted me to translate it to Portuguese too. I went back and forth, but we're gonna do this. So, eu amava como amava cantor de qualquer clichê, de cabaré de lua e flor. Eu sonhava com a feia da vitrine, como cartas que assim em vão. Eu amava como amava sonhador, sem saber porquê. Amava ter no coração a certeza ventilada da poesia do que um dia amanhece não. Eu amava como amava pescador, que se encantava mais com a rede que o mar. Eu amava como jamais poderia, se pudesse, como te encontrar. I'm just gonna keep to the half of it because the other part is repetitive. But now I'm gonna go to the story, if I may. And so back in the days, my dad used to listen to this music very often. And have you ever looked on a CD that's not from the 50s? But the theme is from the 50s because it's black and white. It was one of those CDs. And trust me, the music is less nervous than I am right now. It sounds much more smoother than I sound on this stage. This sounds like when you have a stroke and you try to sing a song. Okay, this right here sounds like a show. After you just like came back to life and like, oh my God, I need to sing a song. That's how I'm sounding on this stage. But back on the story of my dad. He had a feeling that this singer was his father. The reason for it is that this singer has a very long path. Not as long as mine, because I kept this for 5 years. This is as old as as me graduating. So you can find a little bit of a measurement of year time through that. It's been 5 years. Not sure if it can be told here. I know that looked like Rapunzel, but haven't found my prince yet. Please don't grab my hand. There's no castle at the end of it. I wish there was, I truly do. But there's something very interesting about songs, isn't there? There's some songs that you listen to and you can correlate to plenty of situations in which I have several songs about breakup in which I could potentially list it, but I don't want to remind myself of those. But back in those times, My dad used to say something that I take it until now. Give me a second, I need to take the microphone. I'm a little bit less nervous. Because this actually I'm comfortable with. So when it comes to the songs I was talking about before, it hits closer to the heart than I truly believe it is. Because my dad used to say something to me that I realize it now. I didn't realize it then. Truly didn't. Like one of those things is when you grow up, that's when you realize that what he said is actually true. He said that life was going to be tough. Tougher than I would ever imagine. But not tough because of how I see things, but because of how I pursue people. To connect to people's heart. That inner connection is a little bit more deeper when it comes to looking into someone and trying to figure out how they're feeling. I believe that that's one of the things that's making me a little bit nervous about this interview too. Because I'm trying to read them without knowing them. Looking at the interview without knowing the interview is hard. It's like looking on looking at the abyss. You can't see what's on the other side. It could just be you. It could be just a reflection. But the scary part is the unknown. To look back into the darkness is just like looking back into your own self. I know myself for 26 years and I still don't know what this guy's on about. It truly gets stronger from that. If you can't tell what kind of food you enjoy, and you know that you're probably gonna be like attacked by the end of your life, that's when you start to question, like, am I gonna forget? Or did I eat last time? And sugar. And then you end up on A&E with several doses of I forgot the name. Can somebody help me out with this? What's the name of the drug they apply to yourself when you're diabetic? Insulin, yeah. See, I'm forgetting it now. I'm forgetting it now. Somebody will have to grab your insulin shot right now because I can't remember it. They say that one of the things that you get as a startup to know that you're diabetic, that you can't remember shit. Second one, you lose limbs. I still got all my limbs. Still got all of them. But one thing that I'm very concerned about is when I do this to people, it's like the points up fingers, right? If I'm nervous enough, it goes like this. It goes like that. You know how many times some friends are like, oh, so you're good? Yeah, I'm fine. There was one of my friends was like, oh, so can you grab me the rubber? And I grabbed him the rubber and then just pretended he broke my finger so he could take me to the infirmary. And then he grabbed it, he pulled it. I was like, oh, my finger! And I was like, you broke my finger. Take it to the infirmary. And the finger was like this. And I was like, oh no, broke his finger. What do I do? I was like, no, I'm just triple jointed. Relax. Because then I would have to take him to the infirmary. And then they explained I'm triple jointed to the people in the infirmary. And it was like the conversation was like, you know the gravity of this action you have taken. Attention for you. And I know my finger is weird. But it's weirder when you realize that in theater used to be the tree. And you know how the branches don't go to a single direction. have like a branch of a tree and it's like this straight up, and it's like one of them is all the way to the other side of the room. I couldn't do it on the drummer class because that would give away my secrets. I wouldn't be able to treat my friends anymore. I wouldn't be able to cause them stress unnecessarily. Look, in the end of the day, I'm not sure if I was that friend or that enemy. Maybe it's on the path of frenemy at this point. They need no enemies if they can have me. Just like the singing a song that you don't remember too clearly. I feel like the interview tomorrow is going to be the same. Okay. Yes, you guys are stuck with me for 2 minutes. And my drunk self might show up with nervousness. So I may go a little bit unhinged. Just like the bending of my finger. So, I'm going to give you guys a choice. It won't take too long, there's a choice that just going to take about like several seconds. No one's going to be harmed, no one's going to go to A&E just because of my finger. So the choice is Christmas or Halloween. Are we gonna skip Halloween and go to Christmas, or which one's gonna be the choice? I'm waiting for the answer. Halloween, spooky season. Alright, this is where we're going to take about, and it's going to take seconds, okay? Do you know the scariest thing that ever going to happen in your life? Misinformation. Misinformation. Your friends are going to believe you. Talk to someone that completely wrong. So I'm gonna leave you this. I'm gonna leave you this for tonight. Even for me, okay? Even for me. Don't believe jack shit I talk about. Have a good night.